Past few months, I've been really stressed out, and I was just kind of online shopping one day, AliExpress, just a little bit of retail therapy just to get my mind off some crap. I came upon this. Pop-up lights. Oh, sick, man. It came with this little tongue thing. Oh, there you go. Little tongue. Like, I'm like a boss dad. Yeah, so I'm having too much fun. Yeah, so as I was saying, this little car made me fall in love, back in love. So, for those that don't know, I used to play with RC cars a long time ago. I'm talking like 10 years ago. Yeah, more than 10 years ago, I used to muck around and play with RC cars. Had a little team, we were called Team R18, and we used to meet up like once a week at a car park, and like with cover, and just set up our own little track and drift around. I think I was in that hobby for at least 3 to 4 years. From there, I had this epiphany moment. I was like, I just need to grow up. And so I sold all my toys, I sold all my RC cars, and I think I then started to get into photography. I was just getting into photography, and then I put all my efforts into the whole photography thing and became one of those lame-ass wedding photographers. I know, it's horrible. From RC drifting to wedding photography, and when I think back, I've made some really bad decisions in my life. Anywho, got married, had a kid, been super stressed and burnt out. I started to just randomly online retail shopping just to numb the pain and distract myself and escape from my problems, and got one of these and fell in love. Yeah, so I started YouTubing and started finding these awesome YouTubers who are starting to like open them up, break them down, and sharing tips and tricks on how to make them drift better. And as I was researching this, I was like, so cool. And I'm like, wait, what's the 110 scale stuff been up to lately? Like, has it even advanced even more? And so that's when I started looking into the 110 scale. And then I went down that rabbit hole of just going, whoa, the 110 scale stuff has gone next level. Then I think from there I found this Thai guy on YouTube, and he was modifying the RC cars like crazy. It was so much detail. He could make the car like lower and higher, and I was like, that's so cool. Like, he was so creative, and I just loved that the hobby was just getting cooler and cooler. And then I think from there I saw on Instagram these guys started to make a racing simulator, and they would connect it up with an RC car, and so they had a track. They're racing around, and they're controlling the remote control car with FPV goggles, VR goggles or whatever, and a racing simulator. And then I saw some Chinese girl who's a streamer, and she was doing it but for off-roading cars, driving really far out on the streets. The point I'm trying to make is I went down that rabbit hole, and I was like, maybe I should give it a try, but give my own little twist on merging my photography and videography skills with remote control cars, and just see how it goes. Because I feel like it's easier for me to just talk about something like this. So, like I said, I went from looking at these, and then I went back into looking at 110 scale. And then from there, I messaged an old friend. His name's Wendy. He's got his dad and got 2 kids now. So, are you still in the scene? Are you still drifting? And he's like, big time. I was like, no way. So I was like, man, I'm kind of thinking about maybe going back in. But he said, oh, dude, now's the best time to get back in. It's so cool. The scene has grown so much. And so I was like, tell me more. And then he's just sharing and saying, I go, okay, well, if I get back in, what should I get? How much should I spend? And who do I buy it up? And so He said there's this place in Sydney, they just opened up a new track called Ignite Hobbies. And so, yeah, so I'll check it out. They have some specials going on because they just started a new track. Here we are, this is Ignite. I was instantly blown away. It had been so long since I'd been around anything like this. My daughter was with me and even she was fascinated by everything. It was really cute to see her so curious and interested. It's been a long time, so I couldn't believe I was surrounded by all these amazing artsy cars and accessories. This is AK, the store owner.
You going, brother?
Yeah, good, thanks, good.
Why? Nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah, good, how are you?
Seriously, AK's service and passion for RC drifting is top notch. He took the time to show me around the store, showing me all different RC drifting parts and accessories. I was just blown away at how far the drift scene has come, and it was just amazing. The real highlight was when AK led me upstairs to show me his drift track. I was so excited and bam! This is Sydney's first P-Tail Japanese RC drift track. It was an incredible experience to see how far things have come. I was also surprised and overwhelmed with joy seeing an old school RC drift friend I had not seen in many years. He was showing me all the new and latest drift cars and it was just a blast. My daughter and I then sat down and just took it all in. And then after that, I went down where AK went over all the parts I purchased. I highly recommend you pop by Ignite or check out their online store. AK and his team have the best customer service. Got the Yokomo RD2. And yeah, on YouTube everyone says that this is the one to get to start off with. And yeah, I got this for about 300, 340. You can see the price there. And then from there, I got recommended to just start off with this remote. Now, some of the boys said I could, some of the boys said I should maybe just upgrade and go for maybe a Futuba or Sanwa and spend like maybe $400-500. You know, if you're gonna have one remote to keep for a while, you might as well get a good one. So I haven't opened this yet, but this one is about $150 and apparently they're good. Like they're the go-to remote, does the job and no issues. So I'm not too sure yet, but yeah. Ignite Hobby said that totally up to me what I want to do and decide on this. They're happy to help me out whichever direction I want to go. And yeah, apart from that, they got me a standard charger. I don't know what the best chargers are these days, but I trust AK and you know, yeah, so got me that one. It's a it's a X2 channel intelligent charger, and yeah, I need to get LiPo bags as well, by the way. So yeah, just putting that there. And yeah, we also got, oh my bad. We also I also got a rocket. So I need to re-educate myself because I don't know all the new stuff that's in the scene, but apparently these are really good. It's a Rocket RC brushless motor. It is censored and 10.5 turn. Yeah, apparently these are really good and reliable. So yeah, Rocket RC. I don't know too much about it, but it's apparently on YouTube they say this is the one to get. And yeah, you pair it up with this ESC. It's an electronic speed controller. Yeah, sorry if you're a beginner, I'm still learning as well, so the more I learn, the more I'll share with you guys, but I only know the very basics. This is a motor, this is the computer that controls the motor and the voltage. But these days, they come with things like turbo and brake drag and all sorts of programming. Like, never had that stuff back in my day. So I'm very curious to know and learn more about how all that works. Yeah, her turbo is really cool, but also potentially dangerous because it's like, it like boosts your car, but you could like potentially put extra strain on your gears and things like that. And then, yeah, got these batteries. Back in my days, LiPo batteries were starting to get smaller, but yeah, these are like really
small and powerful. I don't know too much, so as I learn more, I'll share that with you. But yeah, 2 batteries, about $70 each. And yeah, got a servo. This is a Yokomo brand. I like Yokomo. By the way, one of my first drift cars back in the day was a Yokomo. So I kind of have a little soft spot for Yokomo. JDM, yo, but I also found that Yokomo, a lot of stuff's made in Taiwan. I mean, close, yeah. Taiwanese are kind of like Japanese. But anyway, oops, sorry. Yokomo servo, apparently this is the one to get. Well, yeah, it's good for RC drifting. And then the most important thing, the one thing that's made it all possible for counter steering is a gyro. Gyro. Yeah. So this is what helps with your counter steering. Some say it's kind of like cheating, but you know, it's, yeah. I still don't know too much about these, but I didn't have this back in the day, but it helps just keep the car stable. And yeah, this is a Yokomo brand. Apparently it's really good. And lastly, we've got a shell. This is body 110 scale body by Pandora. It is a I don't know if you can see that. It is a Nissan Silvia S14 Kuki wide body. And yeah, one day some of my boys said, some of my friends that are still in the scene said Pandora is the one to go for. They have amazing detail. And yeah, back in my time, we would either go for Yokomo or HPI. And we've slowly started to learn about like Pandora and things like this, and ABC and stuff like that. But yeah, apparently now Pandora makes some really amazing detailed drift bodies. So with this, I need to then cut it, paint it, prep it, put stickers, modify it, and yeah, that's going to be a really fun whole learning experience. So crazy story. So back in the day in RC drifting, I only ever painted maybe one of my own shells because I was so scared to F it up. But this time I really want to make sure that I do it myself, make mistakes and learn, and a goal would be to make my own really unique and epic RC drift bodies. Yeah, some crazy ideas so far. I love that some guys are using actual aluminium cans to make actual panels and drift missiles, drift pigs, so that when you crash them and stuff, they actually get dented and has character. I like that, so I might do something like that. But other than that, there's some guys that are making insane, really insane detailed drift bodies with all sorts of tech gadgets and lighting, and yeah. But yeah, that's everything, guys. It's kind of what we got. And like I said, I got most of this stuff all from Unite, not sponsored by them, just giving them a shout out because I like supporting the local guys. And you know, myself as a business owner, like supporting other people that you know, starting a business and trying to do something they love, passionate about. And there's like, yeah, I won't blabber on about that, but check these guys out. Yeah, they don't sponsor me. I mean, AK hooked me up a little bit, gave me like a tiny bit of a discount, but if you want to know more and if you want to get something like this, oh, the price, this set me back, I can't remember exactly, it was about 1,200, 1,300 for this whole thing to go ready to run. Now I gotta build this. It might take me 4 to 6 hours, maybe longer, depending on how distracted I get with my dad life and work. And yeah, we're wrapping up to the end of the year as well. But I've also got a solder. I don't have a soldering kit. I need to get a soldering kit and wire this up properly. And yeah, I need LiPo bags so that I don't burn my whole house down. And yeah, gonna have fun putting this all together, documenting the process and journey. And yeah, I'm just doing it to just have fun and merge two things that I've always wanted to do: YouTube, photography, videography, and I've always loved drift cars and the whole JDM culture and drift scene. I could never ever afford a real drift car, but we'll see where this goes. Alright, yeah, leave you guys to it. But lastly, thanks again to AK from
Ignite Gaming and Hobby.
hit him up, links below. Worth checking out, really nice, very helpful. Oh, I forgot to mention something else. Yeah, I'm gonna do a review of this as well. Ooh, look, left the oil mark, my bad, on my long chin.